Hello friends, welcome to Anirban's World of Digital Finance powered by S4Hana, and this is Anirban here. Today we are going to discuss or record the 39th video of SAP FICO module, SAP S4Hana FICO module, and it would be related with configuration of customer master and business partner for setting up of the customer master data. All right, this is a configuration type video. With that, let's quickly share the screen. This would be a lengthy video though, so I hope I want you will be with me for the entire video and watch it till the end. So as I was telling, this is a 39 video. I was here, so it's 39 video, and this is SAP S4HANA FICO module and the 39 video. And we would be talking about customer master and business partner configuration to create customer master data. Right? This is a configuration style type video. And if we look back, we have already discussed enterprise structure, configuration of this enterprise structure, fiscal year variant, posting period variant, general ledger accounts and document splitting, controlling area, profit center, cost center, and cost element, currency type ledgers and accounting principles, integration of accounting and financial account controlling and integration of controlling and financial accounting. And now currently we are in AP and AR module. We are configuring we are talking about a business partner, customer, and vendor master data. All right, and with that, we are going to do the configuration for setting up of the customer master. So this is a configuration, as mentioned before. This is a configuration type video. The menu we will be discussing after we log in into the SAP. It's a configuration type video, and T codes are mentioned here. All right, and these are the various activities that we are going to do. These are the several activities that we are going to do in this particular video. So we will be doing 9 different activities. So it will be a lengthy video. Please be with us. All right. So with that, let's log into SAP screen. This is SAP S4HANA. All right. Then going to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and then we will go to financial accounting, accounts receivables and accounts payable. We are working on customer accounts, master data, and preparation for creation of customer master data. And this is what we are going to do. This is the activity: define account group with screen layout. Okay, now we would be, this is the group where we would be able to specify what is the nature of the vendor. Is it a local vendor? It is a foreign vendor? It is a one-time vendor? So as per the business requirement, there could be various vendor categories. So we are designing or configuring the group to and mapping them with each one of the categories as per the business requirement. All right. For example, here we are going to do local vendors, foreign vendors, and one-time vendor. There could be several more. All right. So we will go to our blueprint and see what we are going to configure. So all right. So this one is accounting group local. So this is the accounting group local. So what we are going to do is that we will create new entries and then simply copy paste it from here. And this is the description would be local customer, meaning would be local customer LNKG1. So LNKG1 is our company name, which is Lion King. Yes, that is my favorite movie, Lion King. So why don't you share your favorite movie in the comment section? So yes, so this is accounting group for local customer, accounting group for customer local, accounting group for customer local AGCL, and which means local customer LNKG1. All right, and we save it, and we will name it as sorry, we will save it as LNKG1 and save it. Again, we will go out and we will again create a new entries and we will go for uh, foreign customer. Save it, come out, and this would be the one-time customer. Okay. So we have configured AGCL, AGCO, and AGCF. These are the three accounting groups that we have configured for our customer. Now going out, uh, and also I want to show you some things like AGCL. If we go to AGCL or any one of them, here we are also had the option to field status to configure the field status. So for example, if we take the company code data and we go to account management, see these are the various field status that we can assign. What are the field statuses? Various field status. This is suppress, which is it is hidden. This is display, which means it is non-editable. Required entry means mandatory. You, if you unless and until you don't populate this field, SAP will not allow you to go further, proceed further. An optional entry is that you may update the field or you may not update the field. So this field status. So while you are actually defining the accounting group for your different kinds of vendors, sorry, customers, like for here the example is foreign customer, um, local customer, and a one-time customer. At the same time, you can also define the field status here as well. So that is why the name of the activity is accounting group and field status. So we are not making any changes here. We are leaving it as it is. But as per the business requirement given to the FICO consultant, person may make the certain changes as per the business requirement. I'm not going to make any changes. I'll keep it everything as it is. What is offered by the SAP standard. Now moving out, there are other ways of assigning the defining the screen layout, which is the field status. You can assign it. So this is while this is done at the client level, this you can do at a company code level, which we are not doing. But if you see that there is certain company code level configurations are set, let's look at one of them. So if you see this is the same thing we are doing at a company code level. So if the business requires you to do a company code level field status identification, we should do it. But otherwise, we are at this current scenario, we are not doing field status group company code level field status configuration. We are leaving it at a group accounting group level. Okay. Now the same thing we can do at the activity level as well. So if you see that while creating the customer, you can have this field status group. You can suppress a field. We can make it required entry. So this can also be done at the activity level. This can be done at a company code level, and this can be done while you are defining your accounting group. Right. So these are the three activities we have covered here. So one is define accounting group with screen layout, another is screen layout per company code, just we mentioned, and this is at the activity level. We can also define the screen layout if this is required by the business. These two we haven't done anything. We are leaving it as it is, and we are just like configured the three accounting group for so far, and also shown you the screen layout. All right. Now going to the create number range for the customer account. Now we have to be very clear that that this number range, like we in our prior videos, we have seen that for the GL, the number ranges might overlap, but here the number ranges will not never overlap. Okay, we have to create separate number ranges. Otherwise, it would give us an error message. So that's what we have mentioned. If you see 15F here, If you see 15F, yes, serial number. I believe I have mentioned some notes in 15F. Yes. So the number range should not overlap in case of customer master and the vendor master, not GL master, and the vendor master. Okay. So while in GL master it can overlap, in customer master and the vendor master it will not overlap. Okay. Now let's go and define the number ranges. So create number ranges. I'm clicking on the interval, and then I will go here to the blueprint and see what are the number ranges that I have decided. So ZL is for the local customer, ZF is for the foreign customer, and ZO is for the one-time customer, and these are the various number ranges. These should be the internal number range, and this would be the one-time customer would be the external number range. What is the internal number range? What is the external number range? If you mention in the notes, it is also mentioned. I will also tell you as well. The internal number range is where when you are creating a new vendor, sorry, a new customer as well as vendor as well, your the numbering would be internally generated by the system. It need not have to be done manually. Whereas for the external number range, it could be alphanumeric, and it has to be generated manually by yourself. Okay, by the user. So if you see that the same thing is mentioned over here, that the internal number range is the number range for the new customer. Here it is new customer. For the vendor module, it will be the new vendor to be generated internally by the system, and external number range, as I mentioned, has to be done manually. All right. So coming back here, what we have to do is that now uh, we have to configure these number ranges. So we have to go back, and then we have to we will click here, insert a new range, and then we will say ZL, and we will say, so it is 10 digit. Okay, so there are 9 zeros after 6, and there are 9 nines after 6. So which ideally means here, what we are trying to say here is that your local vendors, the way you are configuring is that your local vendors, the number range should be between this 6000 to 69999. Okay, the same thing we should do for your foreign vendor ZF, and this you say that okay, it should be starting from 7, 10 digit number starting from 7, and from and to would be 7 followed by 9999. And again, if you see that this is an internal, because we are not checking the external box here as of now. And the external one we would be doing for a one-time vendor. So this is ZO, one-time vendor. This is, yeah, ZO, one-time vendor. And then it would be from A to ZZZZ. And we will check the external box. Okay, and that's how I think we can override it, and then we'll hit save. I can't override it. ZO. See, this is what I was telling, that this A Z Z Z Z is already there in the form of XX, and that's what he said, that ZO overlaps with XX. So we cannot overlap it. So what we will do is that instead of ZO, we will take XX. Okay, so we are going to take this off. We are going to take this off. Okay, and then instead of that we will take XX here. So we will name it XX, replace it as XX, because XS already exists, this number range already exists, so we will take this. It can't overlap. So we are going to save this. The changes are saved. The next activity that we are going to do is that all right. The next activity that we are going to do is that now we are going to assign the number range to the customer account group, which means that we will assign this uh, these three we are going to assign here. Okay, which means we are going to assign this accounting group to this. Okay, so ZL this group a local group would be assigned to the local number range, foreign group to foreign number range, and so on. Okay, so that's what we are going to do now. So we will go out of this. We'll go out of this as well, and then assign number ranges to the customer account group. Now we should look for the group AGCL. We can copy it from here as well. And then if you see that local customer LNKG1 customers LNKG1, and here we would be assigning ZF. Then AGCO and AGCF, right? AGCF is also there. AGCF, to that we will be assigning ZF. So AGCF we are going to assign ZF, and AGCO, if you remember that we have taken XX here, so we will type XX here, and we are going to hit enter, and we are going to save it. Now we would customize this request and we will name it as we'll straight away copy the activity name. So assign number ranges to the customer account groups for LNKG1. All right, so we save it. Done. So we are done with, as we speak, we are done with these activities so far. So yes, so we are done with define accounting group with screen layout. Uh, we are done with define accounting group with screen layout. We are done with we have discussed about these two, and then we create the number ranges. We assigned it to the number ranges to the customer account group. So with that, we are done with the customer master data preparation for creating customer master data. Now we will be moving on to the business partner data. All right. So we move out of this. Let me open a screen. It is always a good practice to open another couple of sessions, because if your one session freezes, you can switch on to the other sessions. So I just kept another session open for that reason. And then we go to cross application components, and then we will go to SAP business partner. Excuse me. Again, click on business partner, basic settings, and then number ranges and groupings, and define number ranges, then interval. Okay, and what we are going to do is that there is a way to look into whether it doesn't, whether it is overlapping or not. You can check the free intervals here, because as I mentioned before, that the intervals should not overlap, right? So you have need to check the free intervals to define your number range. So that's what I see. These are the free number ranges. Now if you go to the blueprint, I have already made a selection here so this one is 365102 to 3999, and this I have taken as a local customer, business partner, local customer. Okay, so I define this as BL. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter, and then I'm going to call it business partner group for local business partner number range for local customers, and I'm going to take this number which I have a few minutes before I identify from the freely available group. Okay, and this is an internal, so I'm not going to check this box. Now I will enter another line, and I'm going to go for BF. So BF I'll say take, and then I will take the number range here and here, from and to. So these are the free number range which is available, which we are taking. So this is for the number range, business partner number range for the foreign customers, and these are the number range which is freely available. So I've taken this. Okay, and I hit enter. Now after this BO, we will take A to Z Z Z Z. So A to Z Z is not available because if you see it is already taken. So what we are going to do is we are going to take this AB. We have to take AB. Okay, because the number range is already taken up, so we will take this as a for one time customers, and this is an external group. So these are the three ranges, number ranges that we have selected, and we hit and we save. Okay, now we go out, and then what we are going to do is that we are going to define the groupings and assign the number ranges. So we have just like we have defined the number ranges. Now we are going to define this group and assign them to this number corresponding number ranges. So we have to just click here and click on new group. Now we take this group for the local customer, which is business partner group, partner group, local business partner group, foreign business partner group one time. So we'll take this. We'll take the short name from here. We take the description. I hope it fits in. Yes, it did. Just did. And if you remember now that this would be assigned to BL, so we will take BL over here. And hit enter. Yes. Okay. Now similarly, we are going to do the other two. Business partner group foreign. We take the short name from here, and from here as well. And take this BF. Same thing we will do for BPGO. One time. It's not taking the entire thing. Sorry. So I don't need this description for that. Okay. Okay. All right, and we take the local number range here and hit enter and save. Now, what we are going to do is that we are going to copy this. Simply, we are going to copy this activity name to customize our request. So it is this one: define grouping and assign the partner. So 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 define group and assign number range, define groupings and assign number ranges for business partner LNK, and then it is for LNKG1 company. So with that, I save this. So with that, we are done with these two. Define number range for business partner and then define groupings and assign number ranges for the business partner. So we are already done with, as we say, out of the nine activities, we are already done with the 7 activities, and we are still left with the 2 activities. This is nothing to do. We will just show the field settings, how the field settings is done. So I won't make any changes here. I'll leave it as it is. I'll just show you guys. So define number assignment for direction business partner to the customer. So now what it is basically it is doing is that it is basically, since now we have done the business partner part and now we have also done the customer master part, it is going to do a mapping of the business partner with the customer master. That is what is mentioned here. So what we will do is I will have to come back here. So what I'll do is I'll open a new session. I'll go to SPRO, SAP reference IMG, and then cross company, cross application components, and then and this menu path is a bit lengthy one. I probably have to refer to my notes as I do it. So it is master data synchronization, and then customer vendor integration. I told you it's a little lengthy, and I have to refer to my notes. Then business partner settings, then setting for customer integration, and then I believe setting for a vendor integration, and then set BP role category for direction BP to vendor. Okay, and I believe that I'm in the right. Just give me a moment. Let me check my notes once. No, so settings for customer integration settings. Oh, I went to vendor. Sorry, that's why it was a little. So settings for customer integration and field assignment for customer integration, assign keys, and define number settings for for direction BP to customer. Got it. So I went to the vendors by mistake. Yes, should have been to the customer. Okay, now what I'm going to do is you go to the new entries and you select your group. So here what you should do is that you should be taking BPGL, which is this group, and you have to align it with AGCL, okay, which is your accounting group. This your customer account group with your business partner group. So you have to take BPGL here. and this is the accounting group, corresponding accounting group AGCL. All right. Now there are two check boxes here. One is same number, and this is another is flexible group. If you click on the flexible group, then you can like while you are configuring the when you are doing the customer master setup. Okay, you can for this particular group, business partner group BPGL, you can take any accounting group other than AGCL, which I don't want to happen. So I am actually keeping this. I am not checking this box. If you have checked this box, you can take. You could have selected any accounting group other than AGCL corresponding to BPGL while configuring the customer master in the company code data. Make sense? I hope it makes. All right. Now going to BPGF, and I'm going to align it to AGCA, which is my corresponding customer group, and I hit enter. The same thing I'll do for my one-time vendor, one-time customers, and I go to AGCO, I hit enter. Now, if you see, this is the same numbering. So I will have to check this. Why I have to check this? Because it takes the same numbering from A to XXZZZZ, and it's external number group, so it is the same numbering. Let's see what happens if I check this one. See, it gives error message. The number ranges for the grouping BPGL and account group AGCL are different. Why? If you go to BPGL, you see the numbering is different. Okay, the numbering is different, and AGCL, the numbering is different. If it has been the same, then we could have taken the same numbering, but it is not. So we have taken. So if you see this number is different from this number, right? So that is why it gave me this error message that BPGL. If you see BPGL, this BPGL is different from AGCL. Okay, so these are the numbering groups which has been assigned to these groups, and these two numberings are ranges are different. That is what it is giving this error message. But having said that, your number range for the one-time vendor is this, and it is the same as this. So sorry, what I did. So we won't select this. We hit enter, and we select one time. So this is the same number group. So this is the purpose of these two check boxes. One is same numbering, another is flexible. I hope I am able to explain you. So I hit enter, and then I click on save. Now I'll go to this activity and simply copy this activity, define number assignment for blah blah blah, and copy this customize and copy this to customize. Now it won't take the entire thing, so I'll say define, sorry, and then num, and then assignment for direction business partner to customer, and then I will say LNKG1. Yes, so it fitted in. So this I'm going to save. This I'm going to save. Right. So data is saved now, and then so that completes this this one as well. So out of 9 activities, we are done with completed with 8 activities, and we have done it in the record time. And the person who is peeping from my back, his name is Vijay. Vijay, say hi. Say hi. I can't hear you. Say hi. Hi. Good. Thank you. And then field groupings. So field groupings is nothing but like the one that you have seen, that suppress, required, and suppress, required, display, right? So these are the three things that we have seen. So the same thing that we are going to see. So what we'll do is that we'll go to the other here. It is already open. We're in the business settings. So I believe I should go to groups. Oh, sorry, basic settings, and then let me check my notes once. So SAP basic settings and field groupings. So where is field groupings? This one. Okay, so these are the various way you can configure, and there is a new entry that we will see. So if we go by each client, I'll take any one of them. See, this is a new thing that we have seen not specified. So one is hide, another is required entry, another is optional entry, another is display. So these are the four things that we have seen before, and this not specified is something new. So here, as per the business requirement, you can make the changes. Okay, so as per the business requirement, you make the changes. I am not making any changes. So here there are various options, and so if you go back, you will see that uh, you can specify the field as per the client, as per the BP role, as per activity, as per the business partner, as per the business partner type, and everywhere you will see a new field which is not specified, which is something new that we have seen before. Not specified. So this I'm not going to make any changes, but in the real life, like once the business starts operating, they will realize that what fields they need and what fields they don't. So accordingly, they might give the requirement to the FICO consultant, and the person will do the necessary configuration from this option. So with that, we are done with all the 9 activities corresponding to the preparation that we need for setting up the customer master data. The next video would be for setting up of the customer master data. I hope you like the video. If you like the video, please click on the like icon and share it with your friends. And if you are yet to subscribe the channel, please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.